Alrighty, what up guys and girls, another brand new video coming at you today. We're back again, as you can see, on F1 2019. We're continuing on with the career mode. We're beginning for round number 3 here at the Chinese Grand Prix. We're just having a look at the emails here. The goals, finished 13th or better. We've got 2 weekends to complete that one. We're getting an extra 600 bonus points there. But looking pretty dry by the looks of things for the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's just check to see whether anybody's made some... Oh, yeah, okay. So there's a few teams that have made some gains here. Ferrari made gains. Red Bull made gains. McLaren now jumping to 4th just ahead of Haas, even though Haas look like they've made some gains as well. Renault and Toro Rosso, okay. That doesn't help us and now battle to try and catch them at this stage, as they've just pulled away a little bit. So we may consider maybe doing some upgrades into that one, and Williams, I don't think, have made a single upgrade at all. But let's go straight into practice 1 here around Shanghai.
Welcome to China as we head into the Shanghai International Circuit. An intense circuit, this one, marrying both high-speed straights with technical corners. It makes a track that's both fun from a spectator's standpoint and very challenging from a driver's. Now then, Anthony Davidson, there's been a lot of talk over the last few weeks about track limits. How much is too much when you're cutting corners and running wide? What are your thoughts on this? And do you think we'll be seeing drivers pushing those limits this weekend?
Well, I'd be disappointed if we didn't, frankly. If race control want to clamp down on drivers wandering off the track, then it's up to them to police it. As a driver, you're being paid to get your car around the circuit as quickly as possible, don't forget. So if you're not pushing those limits, if you're ignoring the advantageous line, then you're not doing your job properly. Now, I agree that, we have these white lines there for a reason, and we do want to see those limits enforced, but for me, it's not a driver's responsibility to do that.
By the way, I don't know where they got that idea from about the track limits, because, yeah, got no idea about that one. But if you have not seen the previous episode around Bahrain, then I do urge you to go check that out before you come and see this one, obviously. But as always, we're going to get straight into the practice programs here, get the top 4 done for this practice session and get the other 2 done for our practice 2. So I might see you guys and girls in a little bit or so. Alright, so at the current moment, we've only done 3 because...
To view information on your current levels of tyre wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and damage screen.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Probably already knew that already, but we've done the first 3, but what I didn't realise is that the weather has turned a bit average for this session. So, can we toggle the weather? So, practice 3, qualify. Here we go. Yeah, practice 1, yeah, it was going to look a bit wet, but thankfully practice 2 looks a little bit drier.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:37.5.
So I think we'll just skip ahead here, just abandon the rest of this session, and we'll go again, do the rest of it in practice 2.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Leclerc, Bottas and Max Verstappen. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula 1 action.
Will indeed. So Charles Leclerc tops the free practice 1 with a 34.0, albeit he did it on soft tyres, so I think he's the only one that did that there, but there's the rest of the list. Evan Butler, our former F2 rival, in position 9. We come home in 17th, obviously, pretty much equal on time with Lucas Weber, and Kimi obviously in position 15. So it's just a little bit. Sebastian Vettel way down in 18th. It is early days, I know, but we'll move straight into practice 2.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
This is Kimi. That's not an ideal entry.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:35.5.
Okay, so now we're down now qualifying pace and the race strategy. Quali pace, it's a little bit up and down, I'll admit. First lap was probably a little bit rubbish. I did try to improve. I just obviously decided to just like have a cool down lap, then go again, but it didn't really work out in the end because I lost too much time.
We're third in the speed trap, 334.2 kilometers per hour.
The speed trap-wise, pace doesn't seem too bad, but I mean, obviously we have set up the car mainly for the Sector 1 and 3 areas, or I think more compared to Sector 2, which is more, I think, slow corners especially. So we'll skip ahead now, and I think we'll just jump straight into quali. We'll see where we just end up here.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Hamilton, Vettel and Charles Leclerc. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Thank you, Crofty. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton gets the fastest time, 7/10 per second, clear Sebastian Vettel, so that Mercedes is on rails by the looks of things. Well, we've got Kimi there up in position 8. Obviously, we didn't set our best lap time ever. Didn't set the world alight, you could say, but Lucas Weber there in 12th. Pretty decent job in a Williams, considering where his teammate is 20th again. Devin Butler, I mean, he's on the medium tyres, but his pace doesn't seem too great. And his teammate Alexander Albon's in 11th. So I think we'll skip over practice 3 and just go straight to qualifying.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Ooh, okay.
You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components?
We'd say new components. We haven't even got any. Just to maximise on-track time. And
It's the start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you?
things are going great. I think you can never tell this early. It's too early.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Claire.
Welcome to Shanghai, China, for what I've no doubt is going to be a fantastic F1 qualifying session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on in the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
I suppose we'll soon find out, considering I think we're running definitely quite a low-ish setup there. You can probably see it on your screen right about now. I'm going to just put down the front suspension a little bit. I don't know whether to keep this as it is. I think I might. Everything else I think is pretty decent. But China, for me, it's a fairly good track. Usually go pretty well around here. So
To view your current tyre, brake and
we don't
engine
need to listen to
temperatures,
Jeff again.
press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then press it again to cycle through till you reach the temperature information screen.
Now, the plan would definitely be to get out of Q1, considering what happened in Bahrain. But we'll wait and see what it's like here. So obviously, I'll stay quiet, and I'll show my fastest laps probably throughout the whole quali sessions, depending on how many I make. But let's see what we can achieve here. So probably should point out as well, the forecast did say it was going to be a little bit overcast, but whether it'll rain will be the next question, because we haven't done the wet weather setup at all, so this is mainly going to be a dry race. So it's a case of just getting the laps in early and see what happens, I suppose.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us. Engine off, engine off.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. Your qualifying pace didn't put you at the front of the grid. Will this be a problem tomorrow? We've not seen much development progression for your car recently. Why is that? Appreciate your time.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the rookie. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, and Vettel, Sainz, Norris, Butler, and Nico Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Albon, Romain Grosjean, and Perez, Weber, Magnussen, Lance Stroll and George Russell, Raikkonen and the rookie. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
We're We need you to get some early passes in if we want to improve on our last race finish. Give it your best shot.
That is definitely the plan. Welcome to the grid, guys and girls, for the Chinese Grand Prix. As you can see here, we're sitting in dead last, position 20, but I suppose the good thing about it is there's my teammates just across the road there in position number 19. But because of this, and obviously I will explain a bit later, because we're starting from where we are, I've decided to take grid penalties. We're not going to lose any positions anyway, so taking pretty much all new parts on everything, from the engine, the gearbox, and everything else in between. But yeah, qualifying, I really buggered up my second run there, as you probably saw there from some of the replays. And then, yeah, I was just furious with myself and then just decided to crash the car. So with that, we're going to be doing pretty much similar to what we did in Bahrain. So we're going to go for the one stop. Obviously, that's the projected tyre strategy, I should say, around this track. We're going to up the fuel just a tiny bit, 1.7 laps fuel just in case. So the conditions-wise, it's looking pretty fine for the race. But we're going to start on the mediums and go straight onto the hard tyres. Of course, the guys on the softs, I should say, not super softs. I'm still having dramas getting used to that for this one. But yeah, they'll be hopefully dying off very early. So hopefully we can recover from this. And, well, I'm not sure whether we can get into the 10. I'll be surprised if I do, but well, we'll have to wait and see. But here we go. It's time to go racing for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Thank you, Jeff. So setting off for the formation lap as the last car in the field. I think, by the looks of things, we'd assume that the top 10 guys will be starting on the soft tyres. But mostly everybody else, I'd be surprised if anybody is actually starting on the hard tyres. But compared to the last race, I think we're going to take it nice and cautiously here because we don't want to have early race damage. And well, considering I think I've got front wing damage the last couple of races, I really don't want some more front wing damage from that race anyway, so
no rain
just
expected.
Play it safe.
No rain expected for the time being.
And that's a good thing because I got no wet weather pace at this stage. Alright, ignore what I said earlier about everybody in the top 10 starting on softs. Every single car in the field is on mediums, so we're going to be doing quite a lot of passing, I hope. But Sector 2 is the only one I'm going to be worried about. We've got good straight line speed, but wait and see. Here we go. All set. Round 3, 5. Red lights. There we go. Not a great start, obviously. So I'm just going to play it nice and cautiously here. Not going to do anything silly. Hopefully there's drama ahead. There's Sergio Perez. Trying to go the long way around here, but nothing doing there at all. Not the greatest of starts from George Russell when it looks at things. Might try some moves down the inside here. Jesus, Kimmy, don't do that again, son. Ooh, a little bit of contact there with Kevin Magnussen. Check the front wing. Somehow no damage. Got 3 wide. But Kimmy's on the other side. Have to be Kimmy, wouldn't it? Have to get a replay of that one. Here we go. Yeah, it was Kimmy. So we're getting squeezed 3 wide. That's really what you want early on in this race. Back to the racing now. So we've gained 2 spots already on Lance Stroll and George Russell. Hopefully there's a big pack that starts to build around here so we can keep in touch.
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
Racing point, I nearly said Force India there. Have to come out the inside there. But, have to back off a little bit there. There's that Lance Stroll. There's Perez. His teammate looked like he was trying for a move on someone that's going side by side with Lucas Weber. I think it's the other Willie. No, sorry, it's I'll take that back. I don't know who exactly it is. the moment. There's battles galore here. Might be Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, it is. So we begin lap 2. These guys are really fighting away here. Hopefully avoid getting any penalties this race, because the other 2 races we've already got penalties. So oh no. Okay, gonna have to flash back that one. Don't really want to flash back a lot in the races, but sometimes I just have to. Oh, that's a bit close for cover there. Don't know why Lance is going for moves there. You can't really pass around here. Sentimentally put the wing back to 4 on the front, just so I can have a bit more turn maybe. But it may change later on. We'll wait and see. The car's not really responding at this stage. Hopefully that front aero comes into play at the next round in Azerbaijan. Probably that chassis upgrade that we're getting as well. Yeah, that was a shocking exit there. It was right on the back of Kimi there.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Ooh, the rear end already is losing grip. Set up the car for a bit of a low downforce, but I reckon I'm losing a bit of ground with the corners mainly, but we'll get the DRS. Kimi will put pressure on Lucas Weber there, and that'll help. Not really quite close enough here. We've got the fresh engine components as well, so that should help. Line up Lucas into turn 1.
Some information on Albon. They seem to have an issue.
Okay, issues for Alex Albon. Send it up the inside here of our former F2 teammate. Just make the corner on Lucas Weber. Bit forceful, you could say. We'll get the move done. So up in the 17th. Next up is Kimi. Of course, whichever one of the Toro Rosso blue dots is Alex Albon, that'll be the group that'll be slowed down massively. Might be just up here, because I think one of the Haas's has just got by as we lose the rear end again. Time to pull away from Lucas Weber. There's a battle going on ahead. I think Sergio Perez are getting by Alex Albon, so his issues are very, very problematic in that Toro Rosso. Get the car turned in at all. I don't know what it is. There's Kimi. Pull it back to 4 for the next stop. Kimi and Alex Albon are going side by side here. Holding him up well here, so we'll try getting past the next corner, but Toro Rosso still got some pretty decent speed. Still battling away here, so look at the drive. Don't think we'll get the move done around here. Lance Stroll gets by Lucas Weber. Obviously he's struggling back there in that Williams. Bloody curve again. This doesn't really work around here. Also locking the rears quite a bit as well. Try back to 54 maybe, or even 58. Maybe back to 54, we'll try it. But here we go on Alex Albon. Straight line speed, so does Lance Stroll, so we hopefully can try him. Yellow flags. What's that for? That's, oh no, Kevin Magnussen slowed. Okay, we're going to see this one. Yeah, whatever it is. He can just push wide or something, or is his car got an issue? Actually, no. We'll get another replay of that one. Might have... Okay, that's very weird, I must say. Okay, he's just get behind, I think that's Sergio Perez. Then just, for some unknown reason, the car just goes straight ahead, which is, very weird there. So it might just pull that wide there, I don't know. But, wow, okay. Wait and see.
Green flag.
See if he's still in the race. Or is he slowing down? No, he's actually out of the race, okay. So there must be some issue going on there for the Haas. Now up to position 15 now with that. Still behind Kimi, but now we've got a fast-flying Lance Stroll behind. He's trying to just pull away here. That back end is really...
Okay, gap ahead is 2.2 seconds.
Lost all that ground to Kimi. Trying to break the slipstream actually to Lance Stroll. Seems to be all right at the moment.
That's Kimi ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.0. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Gonna have to go for that wing change, I think, at the next stop, because this car's just not responding at all. No turn, not much turn in like I wanted to. Under attack from Lance Stroll. I mean, he's got good speed in that racing point. Bloody braking.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Lance goes a long way. Nothing doing there. Have to really build up our battery power again because it gets drained quite a bit around here.
Right, we think the car behind might start to have fuel management issues. Let's see if we can use this to our advantage over the next few laps.
Okay, that's something new I haven't heard before. We've got fuel management issues behind with Lance Stroll. Obviously he's burning up a whole lot of fuel just trying to get past me, but really working at this stage. We're now going side by side down the back straight here. Again, we'll cover the inside line. Have to take that corner cut there. Squeeze him out a little bit. We hold on for now.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. The gap to the car ahead is 2.3 seconds.
Right, now I've changed the brake bias to 58. It seems to have worked out because we've broken away from Lance Stroll, although maybe he's might be saving fuel as well and might be managing tyres, but we're slowly catching up to Kimi. And there's a little battle group a bit further up the road that's being held up by one of the Renaults, or so the might be Devon Butler that's holding up the other pack there at the moment. So
we're approaching
pushing
the
on
pit
here.
window. You'll be on the hards.
Sort of still toying with the idea of what wing I should go for on the front, but was possibly sticking with I was thinking about sticking it with 3, but I've decided I think against that one. So whether it works, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose, but we're not far away from the pit stop window.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
That'll be Alex Albon, who's now dead last. Looks of it on the mini-map, so...
Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds.
Man, it's so tough picking an idea of what I should go with the downforce, but I think I'm going to still go with the 4. And see what happens here. Pit stop window's not far away. Whether it's good in a straight line or not, suppose we'll have to wait and see. But still hanging on to the back of Kimi. We'll let him go here.
Push now. We're boxing this lap. Some information on Russell. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Not ideal for George Russell. Although, again, he's further back down in the pack, so he'll be joining his mate Alex Albon very shortly, I would assume.
Box, box, box.
Right, looks like a few cars are coming into the pits, and I think we'll do the same. Whether we can get an undercut or Kimi or not, I don't personally know, but we'll see what happens here. Into the pits we go. That was a bit skatey coming into the pit lane, but we just managed to keep it under the speed limit here. Whether we hold up a few guys here, may hold up that other racing point. Nice stop from the Alfa Romeo boys. We do hold up Perez a little bit.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Now let's see what this front wing change has in store for us. I'm expecting maybe to have a bit of less... what's the word I'm looking for here? They have less straight line speed, but we'll have a bit more in the corners, which should help. We've got to push on here because we're going to try and get, hopefully, Kimi on his outlap. Alright, Kimi's now in.
Kimi is in for his stop.
And a few others are in the pit lane as well. Push hard here. Take that corner cut there, but George Russell comes in. I think Kimi's just leaving the pit lane now, so he's going to be close. On pit exit, and the outside. Okay. Well, sorry, going to have to do a flashback there. Can't have Kimi chopping off the front wing there, so stone dead cold tyres. Send it up the inside now. That's much better. So we do get the undercut eventually, even after a bit of a flashback, but we'll take it. Next up, Sergio Perez. There's quite a bit of a battle group that's being led by the Renaults. Up in the 14th. Start to pull away from Kimi.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Team fighting here. Jesus, I've gone deep. I don't want to be fighting with Kimi too long. Cloud cover starts to come around here in China. Set a personal best on that lap. We really need to start to claw in Sergio Perez ahead and hopefully catch up to that group. It's just not too far up the road. Sergio's pace.
Perez ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:38.0.
So we've got to up our pace a bit to catch Checo. Not being helped by Kimi behind. Bottas sits fastest lap. Where are we going? Get a decent run away from Kimi. We lost all that margin to Sergio in front. Cannot afford another corner cut either, because if we get one more, then I've got a time penalty.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.9 seconds.
Another personal best, 37.7. Starting to pull away from Kimi as well. Might come under attack here from Kimi. He's got the slipstream and DRS, I think. Not quite close enough, so hold it off for now. Need to get in that slipstream of Sergio Perez. He's going to drag us along with him.
Perez is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 38.2. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Really not much pace-wise with Sergio. The battle group is really starting to close in as well. So I don't think the points are not too far away.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Just can't get in the DRS of Sergio. Just trying to get the slipstream as best we can and just pull away from Kimi behind.
It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. They're coming back up to speed.
That'll be George Russell. Another personal best that lap, so now we've got it under just on the 1 second bracket. So we're gaining on the racing point. If we can get the DRS, we'll be in with a shot here. We've got plenty of tyre grip up our sleeve and so many of fuel as well. Damn it, the gap just went back to 1.2, so he does very well in that second sector, that racing point. He's going to have to harvest maybe a bit of ERS as well. Oh, Charles Leclerc is out of the Grand Prix. Get the right camera shot. Must be a hydraulics issue or something as he's pulling off to the side of the road to Charles. It's a bit of a weird spot, I must say, to pull up. Let's have a look on board here. Whatever the issue is, it's terminal. He just pulls off to the left-hand side and there you go. That's his race done, so another spot for us. Just trying to chase after Sergio Perez. See what the ERS does here through this middle sector. There's Charles' car. Oh, no. Gonna fall that.
Okay, clear.
Hopefully the group ahead can keep battling away here. As we are starting to close in here. Points are looking ominous.
Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while. Wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up.
Oh no. There's the one mistake I need. Come on.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS.
Where is it?
Got
Shut
that
up,
confirmed.
Oh, just there or thereabouts. Points are just there. If they can hold Sergio up, that'll be a treat. Devin Butler putting the pressure on that Haas. I think it's Romain Grosjean. So the two Renaults going side by side. Just trying to save every single bit of ERS fuel. We probably don't need fuel. We could run full bridge to the end. Never getting that corner right. I don't know what it is. Now we're in the DRS. I can actually get through the corner. Good drive out of here. This will help. Okay, now we're in DRS range. Hopefully we can just claw these guys in. There's a lot happening. Ricardo and Grosjean. Ricardo hangs on. Set another personal best that lap. Just can't quite have enough. Grosjean and who else? Ricardo again. Still going side by side. Wide line here. And that Racing Point's got a good drive out of the corner. Think about it, try to put him off. Only 2.5 laps to go here. Kimmy, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, away. Kimmy. Oh, rear end. Can't afford to lose these guys. Cheers, Kimmy. No way in hell you're getting past me in a split second. Perez has got, oh shit. Drive the wheels off this thing. Nah, not doing that. Nah. Come on, find it out. Last lap. Still battling away here. We've got Perez and Grosjean. Going side by side still. Just catching these guys. We might get a few spots at the end. Valtteri Bottas has won the Grand Prix. Got plenty of fuel, so that's a bonus. We've got DRS now. We can catch these guys on the last lap. It'll be a challenge going too wide down there. Literally just giving it everything I've got. I think it's going to be enough. Not quite, but great racing all around. We'll come home P13. So close. Just didn't make that mistake on that 2 laps to go, then we would have had him.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to the rookie. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Well, that was certainly entertaining for sure. So Valtteri Bottas only just finishes ahead of Lewis Hamilton, a 0.4 of a second, so he gets the win, and Lewis gets the fastest lap, so extra point. Sebastian Vettel third, and Verstappen, Gasly, that's like a 2x2x2. Norris, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, and Sergio Perez gets that final point. Oh man, Grosjean and Devon Butler and ourselves in 13. We actually got driver of the day. Thank you, Anthony Davidson. And Kimi behind in 14th, Lance Stroll, Lucas Weber, Alex Albon and George Russell, rounding out the 18 classified cars, and then the 2 DNFs were Charles Leclerc and Kevin Magnussen. But looking standings-wise, we still drop back behind Lando Norris. We drop back to position 9. Bottas now has a 20-point advantage over both Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Where's Kimi on that list? He's 17th, has yet scored a point. But constructors, Mercedes still have that advantage. 34 points over Ferrari. McLaren jump ahead of Racing Point, and obviously Renault jump ahead of us, Alfa Romeo, and Williams and Toro Rosso still yet to score. But we'll go into see whether we get any interviews or not. Probably not, but after that we'll think about what we go with the R&D tree.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You and Devon weren't far apart by the end of the race. How evenly matched are you?
Oh, this is a tricky one, this one. We'll go with this one.
You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
To be honest, I think it was something to do with the aero package.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
This one's an easy one. This is what was on the previous game.
You had a close battle today, didn't you?
Just a tiny bit with Kimmy, but that's what you do, really.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Claire. Still pulling ahead in the rivalry with Kimmy, so that's an added bonus there. Should get a nice amount of resource points. $1,129, so we've got something to spend. Reputation is up. Just go towards
Remember
that
to select
sponsorship.
a driver that you consider your rival from the rivalry screen on the workstation. Performing well against your rival can earn you respect and better terms when it comes to our contract reviews.
Okay, so
Looks like one of your
first.
rivals is also going to an upcoming historical event. If you choose to take him on, it might help get your name out there a bit.
I may do this one off camera as well. What's that? Yeah, let's have a look at the. I didn't actually see whether there was actually anything from Bahrain, but obviously not. Just having a look at the interview transcripts from. Typical Devon Butler. What else is new with him? But where are we? Rivals. Here we go. So we can pick our first
Here
ever
you can see a list
rival.
of eligible drivers to declare as your rival. The more challenging they are to beat, the more the paddock will respect you for succeeding. Just be aware, you'll lose the same amount of respect if you come off second best. So it may be wise not to be overly ambitious.
Okay, so we've got Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, Devon Butler, Lucas Weber, Alex Albon, or George Russell. Now, I'd love to pick these top two and even the bottom two, but I'm even tempted to even pick Devon Butler, but I think I'll play it safe and go with Lucas Weber as the rivalries here. So that one is out of the road there, but where are we here? Oh, no, that's not the way I was looking to go. Back to the R&D tree. Now, we have to make some improvements to the car because we're definitely falling behind at the moment. Now, what do we got here? Engine power-wise, we're still there or thereabouts. Well, we could probably go for one if we wanted to. Actually, you know what? I think we will. We'll get a bit more engine power for the pistons. That'll come at Spain. Fingers crossed it does. Anyway, but what else can we do? I don't think we can actually do much else. No, we can't because we haven't done... got more developments going on the car, like double development, you could say. Durability is probably another one we could go for here, but yeah, what the heck, we'll may as well put this one on the car and get all this. It started to open up anyway, but like I said, I'll probably do this off camera, so that's where I'll leave this episode of the F1 2019 career mode. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, you can leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more F1 2019 career mode content, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description. Now, not after this is the episode. I'm not exactly sure how many more episodes I'll try and get out, because obviously with league racing coming up very soon, I obviously want to try and sweat a little bit with TT. So they may be a little bit, what's the word, sporadic. I think it's sporadic for the next few episodes. So we'll wait and see on that one. We'll just see whether I get my motivation back or not. We'll wait and see. So yeah, until the next one, which will be for Azerbaijan, and hopefully we have some upgrades. It is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.